Hello, this is Northstar, the $7 entrepreneur. I'm coming to you direct. I have a message, a statement for you, and this is for you. So, for those of you who have ears to listen and need to hear this is going to find whoever it's supposed to find, and it's going to land on the ears of those who need to hear it. So, I'm going to be very direct, very precise with my wording, and I'm going to make it plain. And again, I'm going to say, I'm going to make it plain. I'm going to make it plain. So there's nothing for you to try to redefine it or misunderstand it. Everything I'm saying is going to be very direct, on point, and I'm going to make it plain. So here it is. Some of you, your relationships with those that you love is in danger. And I don't mean danger as in death or physical harm or sickness, but it's in danger of breaking up, right? Meaning ending between you and whoever this may be. This could be your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends, friends, grandparents, uncles, aunties. You get what I'm saying. So these people, it could be business partners as well. Okay, so whatever relationships that you have that you really value, right, that you feel that you value the most, are in danger of dissolving, blowing up, abruptly ending. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because currently I am going through that situation. Not that it's happened to me. It actually has happened. It has happened, but I am the one who has ended the relationships. Like, I broke up with my lady, and I severed ties with someone that was my best friend since we were juniors in high school. Now, I'm sharing this information with you. I'm saying this to you because somebody out there needs to hear this in the way that it has to be heard, that it needs to be delivered. This is something that's coming straight from my heart, and I'm delivering it to you because you need to hear this. Now, when I say that your relationships are in danger of ending abruptly or however that may be, it's because there's something that you are doing that you either are unaware of, and in most cases you are aware of it, but you've been ignoring it. And I'm not pointing the finger at you or blaming you for anything. I'm just simply pointing out and stating something that you need to hear before this happens to you. And the reason why I am saying this is, again, I told you that I have severed ties with someone who's my best friend since we were juniors in high school, and also the woman that I've been with for nearly 7 years that I love very deeply, very much. Okay. There comes a time where people get fed up, and if they're not being heard, if they're not given the time and the space to be heard, to be acknowledged with what they're saying, that they feel like the things that they are saying are being challenged when it shouldn't be challenged, or it's you, they've said something to you and you have inserted yourself into what they're saying and then made it either about you, or you spent it in some kind of way and you've diverted the attention just so that you don't have to address it. And this is the reason why your relationship is in danger, okay, of ending very abruptly and in such a way that it may be you may not be able to come to a resolve in some cases. Okay, now between me and my lady, you know, there can be resolve, but that resolve is really based on how I feel, because it's about me, right? And what I said the situation is and what I need to be addressed. The same thing with the person that I've been best friends with since junior in high school. Okay, look, I'm saying this to inform you that it is important for you to do something called self-analysis. Self-analysis requires that you be completely objective. This means that you cannot analyze yourself or the situations that you're dealing with, and then use to blame others, right? You have to look at the situation for what it really is, not what you want it to be, but for what it really is, not what you want it to be, but for what it is, not what you want it to be. You have to be honest with yourself, because you have to admit to yourself where you may be flawed, where you may have wronged someone or doing something wrong that is offending someone, or something that you're doing that is simply causing the conflict that you are faced with, that you're dealing with, right? And it could be anything. It could be something very simple, or it could be something that's very serious. But the whole point is that you are objective. And the objectivity that you must employ is important, because this is how you come to a real solution. And not only just a solution, a long-lasting solution. This means that once you come to the resolve, it stays resolved, and you don't turn backwards and then start having problems all over again, because it's all based on you, your honesty, and you accepting responsibility for what you done. This also means that whatever, say if in most cases, someone or something that you are dealing with, in this case is generally with people, someone that you're dealing with has been saying something to you. Maybe you said something that offended them. Maybe you did something that they didn't like that made them feel uncomfortable, and made them feel so uncomfortable that they spoke up about it and brought it to your attention. So when this happens, you have to take what they're saying to you and then looking at it from a realistic and honest perspective and saying, okay, well, I did say this, or I did do that, yeah, I could have handled this differently. Okay. So my point, and I've been saying this, is that your relationships are in danger because you are neglecting them. Because someone is saying something to you that you are not listening to. Someone is pointing something out and being very specific and direct that you are purposely ignoring, because you don't want to be blamed. You don't want to feel like you're the one at fault. And that's the problem. Okay. Because we all are humans. We all make mistakes, and I made mistakes, and lots of them. But, I've grown to the point where now when it comes to making mistakes, I don't allow myself to let the mistake linger. I correct it as soon as possible. I'm talking about immediately if I can. And in some cases, if I'm like simply overlooking it, and somebody points it out to me, then I look at it and I make the necessary adjustments or whatever. Now, there's going to be times where things happen where you aren't wrong about something, or you're not lacking in an area or something like that. But in most cases, if somebody is telling you something, someone who is close to you, somebody that you're in a relationship with, and when I say relationship, it could be a love interest, like a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or a friendship, or a family member, or something, a mentor, a business relationship, whatever that relationship is, it's still a relationship. But what I'm simply saying is that you need to look at your situation for what it is, do self-analysis, and be objective and not subjective. So for those of you who may not know what subjective means, this means that you are the one who is looking at it from your point only and trying to assert it as if you are the one who's at being wronged. Okay. Or you're trying to put yourself in a position where you're not accepting responsibility for what you've done. Objective is the other way around. It's like being neutral. Okay. You're looking at the situation for what it is. You're looking at what the person or people have said to you and what they're asking you to change, stop, or whatever, or to do. And you're looking at it and saying, okay, what is it that I've done? How have I contributed to cause this conflict, or, for it to get to this point? All right. And that's basically what this is. And what I'm saying to you is that your relationships are in danger and you don't even know it. Right. Because like with me, I'm a very patient person. Okay. There was once upon a time where I was very impatient. I'm talking about ultra impatient, but you know, God's molded me, He's worked on me, He's helped me to become who I am today and developed patience, and I have very long patience. So when I say things to people or point things out or whatever it is, I do it in a way that's very direct, because I'm a vocal person. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm not going to be offensive. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be aggressive about it. I'm just going to say it and say, hey, this is what it is or whatever. And then if you're like ignoring it or whatever, I've already said it. And then I'm trying to give you a chance to like acknowledge it and change it or whatever. And if you do not, then it is what it is. Okay. So let's just call it whatever it's going to be. But I'm saying this to you because it's very important that you realize, at least for those of you who have ears to listen and have spent the time listening to the precise wording that I have been using. And as I've said, I've made myself plain. I've made myself plain. I have made myself plain. So there's nothing for you to twist, to misinterpret, to, try to redefine any part of what I'm saying, because I have made myself plain. Your relationships are in danger of ending with the people that you love the most, because you are neglecting them and neglecting the relationship, and you are not listening to what they are telling you, and you are not paying attention to the things that they have pointed out, because you do not want to accept responsibility for the part that you have played for it to reach the point that it has reached. I've made myself plain. This message is for you and for whoever I am talking to. Even if you are not in, your relationships aren't in danger, at least start practicing self-analysis. It will greatly improve your life. I've already explained what self-analysis is. I told you, you have to be objective about what it is that you're analyzing. Okay. And this includes with your kids too. So for those of you who are parents that have children, same thing with your children. Okay. And if those of you who are children that's mistreating your parents, the same thing for you as well. Okay. I've made myself plain. I've made myself plain. I have made myself plain. I'm Northstar, the $7 entrepreneur. Thank you for listening. Go ahead, do that self-analysis. Review yourself and review your circumstances and situations. Save your relationships. Save yourself. Make the world a better place by being a better person. I've spoken with love. I've spoken with wisdom. And I've spoken to you to help you and to guide you. I've made myself plain. I have made myself plain. I've made myself plain. All right. Have a good night. Have a good day whenever this message reaches you. Be a better person for yourself and for others.